You are alive. What's up, my people out there in this beautiful world? What's popping? All right, first thing on the agenda, we got to check the audio, make sure that's working. If it is working, like and subscribe because that's the move. Whoa, my audio is working. That's the first time, man. Most times when I do a live, when I check the audio, it's glitching like, don't know why. But every single time it's like that. I don't know why, but now all of a sudden it's working. Excellent collection. So what's going on, man? I want to holler at y'all right now, real quick. We're gonna get right into it about LeBron James. You see what he did, man. He came after the reporters. It was a really big moment in Black history because he's a billionaire, man. And these guys are supposed to have a lot of money and supposed to be rich. So why don't you speak up? Why don't you say something about blackness and about Black people and speak up for our community? You're supposed to be a millionaire and a billionaire. And we all know, and we can all even think in our own life. If you had $1 billion, would you be quiet? Would you not speak up, man? We've been Black forever. I mean, like, what the hell? Like, what you scared of? You're supposed to be rich. They said LeBron had $1 billion because he was working with Nike back in the freaking 90s. Like he was rocking with Jay-Z. You know, like this guy has been successful for decades. So when he said his situation and said what he said about Kyrie Irving like a week ago, Black people drove reckless at him and was like, are you bogus? You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't do that. You know what I mean? Kyrie said he was trying to find out who he was as a Black man. He didn't do nothing wrong. Why he can't speak up for himself and ask the world or study who he is, find out some stuff and share it with his community online. But they came and said something foul about Kyrie, and Black people just drove reckless at LeBron. The entire internet driving at you saying you foul for what you did about LeBron. You should have said that. You're not right. Well, that's what happened. And so he actually has to live that down now. You know, so when it comes to him having his reporters, they had a white dude who runs the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones. Now he's known for being a racist white man. That's just what it is, you know what it is. So he was a kid back then in the 50s or whatever, and he was at this racist riot where it was trying to stop Black kids from going to high school in his town or in his high school. And he was a teenager at the time, 14. But you know, they actually uh, got mad because LeBron James and not LeBron James, but there's other reporters who came out and was like, "Y'all foul for bringing up like Stephen A. Smith. Y'all foul for bringing this up. He was 14 years old. What you want to do? What you expect? He's 63. He's 60, 70 years old today. I bet. But you know, a lot of Black people got murdered over the years being that same age just by not knowing. So because he didn't know nothing, he could just move on with his life. This again is just letting white people off the hook for something that's heinous as being at a mob for killing Black people. If you knew anything about history, you would know one thing, even just by looking at the photo. Them Black people scared as shit in that picture. Could you imagine being surrounded by 50, 60, 30, 20, 80 white people yelling at you, screaming at you, throwing shit at you? You can't imagine that shit. If he was 14, what the hell you think them teenagers was? Who was the age going in there? So it's supposed to be total absolvement for him. But the funny thing is about it that I listened to a guy named Dr. Professor Black Truth, and he actually said that the guy in the photo, the Black dude who was in the Little Rock picture, not that he was okay, that he was okay when he forgave them white people for doing that to them. So it's like, what? So you got people like Stephen A. Smith and them who say it's okay for what he was doing being at the riot. You got the guy who was standing in the picture of the riot getting thrown shit in him, saying it's okay that he went through that and he forgive it. What are Black people actually fighting for? What are Black people screaming about? Because these people already said it's okay. Well, we don't believe it's okay. I don't believe it's okay because I know I read history. You see Black people being yanked out of prisons, being dragged to the city main street, and then white people coming out and all around and watching them be lynched and watching them be castrated, watching them be burnt alive. That shit happened around the world. And then pictures being taken of the person and they selling the body parts as souvenirs. Could you imagine something like that? A human body, your auntie, your uncle, who you never knew and never knew was alive, was dealt with like that and died. You know what I'm saying? They didn't care if they had a mental issue. They don't care if they was dealing with. So look at him until he was 14 years old, and you still got white producers, directors, writers right now putting movies out about the time and the situation that made him die. It's a movie out right now called Till, Till, right this very second. You can watch it. It's brand new. It ain't even been out a month. And this movie is made by white people, produced by white people on white streaming platforms, and they're gonna make money off of it. What are they making money off of? The death of Emmett Till. These people weren't even alive when Emmett Till died. But they found a way to use the networks they have in Hollywood to get an actress, to get an actor, to get the settings, get the cameras, and they shoot a fucking movie. And the whole movie is about the fact that these people killed this man back in the fucking 50s, and he was 14 years old, the same age as this Sid. racist dude Jerry Jones, which is foul. So Jerry Jones is the owner of the team, and LeBron was basically saying it's about time y'all call that mark out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's foul that he don't get called out. It's okay he don't get called out. That's not right, man. You know what I'm saying? We all know that's not right as black people, and we're not going to stand for that. You know what I'm saying? As black people, we're going to say something, even if we don't have the large voice where we can go out there and stop them and cut off these channels and break them out of they networks. We still going to say something on other platforms like this. LeBron even said something on his platform. You know what I'm saying? So I know y'all can check out my videos because I'm definitely uploading right now. You know what I'm saying? I brought all this stuff, but I also want to pivot and talk about I want to also pivot and my last word, I got it right here. ERS. All right. I want to also talk and pivot about my boy, what's his name? Jay-Z. Because Jay-Z is going through something with Bacardi. And this is another trick that we had to learn as black people, man. I listened to my homie online. His name is Tone Talks. The guy's fucking genius, right? So Tone Talks to talk about the money, the deals, the contracts, everything that everybody be talking about. Oh, they a billionaire. Oh, they millionaires. Oh, they the owner. They the owner. And then so Tone Talks get the law, get the actual contracts that these guys have and the reports that come out from the companies that say what these brothers that we know in hip hop, from LeBron, I'm sorry, from Jay-Z to P. Diddy, what the actual contracts are. So you should look up Tone Talks because he's really smart about that. And so what happens is LeBron James, not LeBron, but Jay-Z got this liquor with them. It's called Douce. I haven't ever drank none yet, but I really wanted to try it. So Bacardi actually makes the Douce. So Jay-Z got a deal with his company. And so his company is called Jay-Z SC LLC or whatever, SC Liquor LLC. So his company got a deal with them where they actually make it and manufacture it. And they get a 50-50 deal because Jay-Z is known around the world. So his liquor is going to get seen and heard of, and people are going to listen to him. He's a respected man. So people want to listen to him. So anyway, the liquor's been selling. It's been doing good, but Jay-Z don't have no records. He don't have a way to check the records to look and see exactly what's going on in the paperwork. And that, as any businessman, he want that. So they like, look, they came to Jay-Z on some one-on-one talk, and they said, sell us the company. And they shook his hand in the deal, and they offered him a number, and he said, green light. But then he went and did the valuation, was like, yo, I want to see how much this costs. What did it cost like this? How much is this? Put this up. What it is, what it is, what it is. And when he went and did that, they came back and was like, we ain't listening to that. We want you to get out of our face now because you said you was going to sell it to us. And he like, I ain't selling y'all shit until you tell me what the wham is associated with this. And so now they don't want him. They suing each other. Jay-Z is suing them because he said, I need y'all to tell me exactly how much this is making. Where's the money? Like, how much am I making from this? And they don't want to give it to him because they said, you said you was going to sell this to us and now you faking us. So it's like, it's this whole little tug of war that he up against with these rich motherfuckers. You know, they balling. So I don't know how the hell he going to fight them off, you know what I'm saying, and win. But you know they rich as fuck. So we'll see if he's able to get his deal going from there. But I'm going to actually try to share the screen real quick because I want to see if I can get y'all to read this article with me. And then you can see exactly what Jay-Z went through. You know what I'm saying? Here it is right here. I'm going to try to see if I can do this because I'm not always good with this whole thing. But I got to close the rest of my stuff in the background probably then. Here it is. So y'all can see me, right? Yeah, y'all can see me. Okay, so let's go back. And let me cancel on this real quick. Bam. All right, so now we can go ahead and I want to look through this article real quick. Where y'all at again? Because I keep losing y'all. Where are my StreamYard people? So it's here, but I did do it wrong. Did I? Let me go back there. Somehow it went. Well, I got my YouTube, folks. So let's go back to the article. We get StreamYard is just somehow it closed down on me. I got to figure out how and why. But the article I'm gonna read for y'all real quick, and here it is real quick if you can still see it on the channel. It say you see Jay and say More than $2 million is in dispute with Jay-Z and Bacardi, the lawsuit in connection with Duce, his side of the business, the side of the business relationship. So this dude who's like a lawyer, he put out the article on it, information from this like law firm thing, because this kind of be quiet information. They don't really put this stuff out like that. But meanwhile, in a documents viewed, it said the petition came is back in 2018, and the company is called Iconics Brand, which is that's who the Bacardi company. You know, they got like a subsidiary. So anyway, no, their company is called Empire Investment Inc. Notably, Jay-Z company has been granted emergency hearing against Bacardi subsidiary and private investment group. The hearing per separate documents viewed by Complex, because this Complex website, shout out to them. So anyway, TMZ been pumping this out too, man. So they basically been trying to keep all this information from Jay and not let him see this. But in the business dealings, it's a 50-50 deal. So Jay-Z is saying, I want to see, you know what I'm saying, the work, you know what I'm saying? Let me see what y'all been doing. They supposed to show you this. You know what I'm saying? That's just the industry. It's the game. It's the business. But they looking at Jay like, we ain't showing you nothing. Why? I don't know. You know what I mean? It's again like, and they said it was a handshake deal. So they feeling like he reneging on them. That's how they feeling like Jay-Z pulling back. And so I found my strength yard. So I said, okay, well, Jay, you got to fight though, bro. And in order to get to where you want to go, you got to be unpopular. That's the trick. Sometimes people, you know, might not like you, and the people he got in this deal with obviously ain't gonna like him because he's trying to say, bring me the paperwork and let me read it for myself. If you telling me the valuation for it costs like this and it costs like that and it's worth like this and it's worth like that, well, where's mine? Let me count it up. Let me see how much it costs, and I'll let you know if I agree with what your valuation is. And that's really the thing that Jay-Z going through right now with them. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, you got to fight. That's all I would say, because you know they ain't gonna lay down. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna lay down and just let Jay-Z, you know, get money off them. It's gonna be like, hell no. You got to fight. You know what I'm saying? Bull crap ain't about nothing. So I hope Jay-Z get his money and work out. But you see, two billionaires is in the news at the same time. Both of those guys, because Jay-Z, they say he worth 1.2 billion when you read deeper into the article, and they also say that LeBron is up there in the billions, and you know he's the highest paid NBA player they got. Plus with endorsements, you know those guys are big timers. So but they still got to go and do the battle of make sure everything turn out. So that's all I got on those issues, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. It's your boy Hood, man. Like and subscribe. Thank y'all for hollering at me. I'm gonna hit y'all with more information, more stuff, more talking about everything, man. Peace, love, and success. Holla.